The last time I highlighted my hair, I did an air touch highlighting technique to keep this grow out really seamless. But now that it's been about 3 months, I want to brighten it back up around my face. So today I'm doing a blended money piece to keep my blonde looking intentional while I grow it out.
Okay, so I am using lightener and 20 volume developer. Now you may choose to use a lower volume of developer, especially if you have finer hair or lighter hair. However, I would not use any higher than 20 volume because these foils are going to be sitting against your forehead on your temple, that the heat from your head is going to help process them quicker. So I definitely would not recommend going over 20 volume. If you move pretty quickly and your hair is dark, 20 volume is safe, but 10 volume will also do the trick. You just may need to let it sit a little bit longer or potentially reapply to get the desired lift that you need. And you should always mix according to the manufacturer's recommended ratio. So for this lightener in particular, it is 1 to 2. So that is 1 part lightener, 2 parts developer. Other brands may be 1 to 1. Follow what the manufacturer recommends for your developer ratio. Okay, here is where we're starting. You can see I do have blonde in the front, but it doesn't look any different than just the blonde highlights that I have. So we're gonna go ahead and bring that up and make it a little bit bolder in the front. Here's the placement we're gonna be doing today. Take a screenshot if you need to. And we're going to start by sectioning out the top from the sides. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, but it is going to be a little bit easier to divide this into essentially 3 different sections. Okay, and I like to start on the sides. I find it a little bit easier. And you're going to take your first section down, and I like to comb the baby hairs out of the way. And this is most natural looking when the first section you take is a weave. These sections should be very fine. This is going to keep it blended and natural looking. Essentially, you want to be able to read through this section. So if you think you can't read through it, then it should be finer. Then you'll fold your foil over the comb, and this is so you have more control over the hair. Notice when I place the foil in, I hold the hair up and back. I put the foil in and then I pull the hair down over it. This is going to help you get very close to the scalp. It also stops the foil from slipping around very much, so it seems to stay in place better when you get it up tight against the scalp. Okay, then we fold the foil up and move on to our next section. Now, this section is going to be a complete slice. There is no weaving here. We're just going to put the whole slice into a foil. And you need to be very careful when you're painting your lightener on that you don't go over the foil, meaning you don't get lightener on the scalp or anywhere past the foil, because then you can end up with a bleed mark, which is like a chunk of blonde where it shouldn't be. Okay, in this last section, we are going to do a teasy light. And this is just going to diffuse the color towards the root where it meets the dark hair. Now, I am going up pretty high still because I have so much blonde, and I need this to actually be a little bit bolder of a money piece. Otherwise, it's not gonna show up. Now, you may choose to go a little bit lower, especially if you have darker hair or you don't have as much blonde as I do. You don't necessarily need to make yours quite as bold as mine is. I just need this to show a difference and have some contrast from my previous highlights for this money piece so that it stands out. Okay, for this next side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to comb the baby hairs out of the way and do a weave for the very first section. But I want you to pay attention here. I'm going to show you a little trick at how you can tighten the foil if it kind of slips down or if you don't get it quite as close to the scalp. And this is the main reason why we fold the foil over the comb. So you can see I'm painting the color on as usual, but here I stick the comb inside and I pull down on the hair and up with the comb. And that is tightening the foil, or we also like to say locking it in place. And we can do that if the foil starts to slip and get too far from the scalp. Okay, and folding the foils up not only help with processing, but it also just gets everything out of your way so you can see what you're doing better. Okay, and this next piece is a slice. So no weaving, we just drop the entire section down and put the entire piece into a foil. And I also want you to pay attention here. Now, on this side, I have an old low light. It's very hard to see, but if you can tell on some of that blonde that's near my hand, there is some old, almost pinkish color there. Now I'm going to lightly pull some color over that, and that's just going to bump that up just to brighten and blend that in. I'm not saturating it as much as I am the color at the roots, but I am pulling it down a little bit, and this is just going to help brighten that color up. Okay, and again, the last section is going to be a teasy light, and I want you to pay attention to the way I'm holding the brush when I apply the color when I do teasy lights versus the other foils. I hold the brush kind of vertically, and this is going to give it a little bit more of a diffused look towards the root. So see how the brush is pointed up and down rather than horizontally. And I use this just to kind of diffuse and make it a little bit more of a wispy line at that root. Okay, so now for the remaining section, I want to talk about this a little here. Now, you may choose to put separate foils in the little triangle sections at your temple. I preferably don't do that, especially for myself, because I feel like if those get too blonde, it starts to look like a bald spot. Now, however, if you don't do anything there, you can have essentially kind of like a hole. If you were to pull all of your hair back, you have not necessarily full blonde there. But since I'm growing my hair out, I am choosing to leave those baby hairs in the temple out because I would rather have less blonde than to have like too much, make it high maintenance, and especially have it look like a bald spot there. So that part is up to you. You could put 2 foils in those corners there as well as this one in the center if you choose. That is completely up to you. But aside from that, we are doing essentially the same thing. So this second piece is a slice. So we are just going to grab everything here. And like I just did here, if you feel like you got an uneven section, maybe it's a little bit thicker to one side than the other, or if it's just too thick, then take some hair out before putting your foil in. And once again, pull the hair up to get that nice and tight if you need to. And you'll have to excuse me. I did my best to be able to show what I was doing here, but these front ones are a little bit harder because you can't necessarily see. You have to like peek your eyeball through the corner of the foil. If you can see here, I take advantage of the tightening method because I had to move the foil so I could see. So I go through, pull the foil up, pull the hair down, and that just tightens everything. And then I go back and paint a little bit just to kind of almost use the color as glue to hold it in place. Okay, and for this last section, we are doing the teasy light. And if you'll notice, the color is already pretty high up here. I did highlight my hair about 3 months ago, so this piece was highlighted. So I am going to have to take this teasy light pretty high. If your hair does not have blonde up as high as I do, I would recommend going a little bit lower with your color than I am, which means not getting as close to the scalp as I'm getting here. The reason I'm doing this is, again, just so it creates that separation from the rest of my blonde. Otherwise, it would kind of just look like a normal highlight. So we need it to be a little bit bolder and brighter up around the face. Okay, then I'm going to put a processing cap on just to hold the heat in, and I am processing this for 30 minutes, but I recommend checking the first foils as soon as 15 minutes. And this is because the first foils you put in have been processing for longer. Plus, they're pushed right up against your skin, so the heat from your scalp is going to process it quicker. Now, ideally, the hair inside the foils should be the color of the inside of a banana peel, and that is exactly where I am at here. If it is not the inside of a banana peel, you likely need to keep processing, or if you need to, apply more color and then process for longer if necessary. Now, I prefer to take my foils down one by one and then I pull the lightener through to the ends. And this just ensures that the blonde blends from scalp to ends. A lot of times we have old, dingy purple shampoo on those ends, and this is just going to help bump that up and make sure we have an even blend from scalp to ends. And it gives you the opportunity to check the foils that may need more time, give them more color if they need it, and take the ones out so that they don't over process. It is not uncommon to have the foils around the face be done way quicker, and then let's say the third foil, the teasy light, still need more time because it is not as close to the face and it hasn't had as much heat on it. So it's going to process a little bit slower. Okay, so I am blow drying this really because I want to show you what it looks like with raw lift before we put our root smudge on. Ideally, you can apply your root smudge to damp hair and it will actually blend a little bit better and be a little bit more of a translucent blend. But for the sake of this tutorial, I wanted you to see what this looked like with raw lift before we applied the root smudge, just so you could see what a difference the root smudge makes. And this is also going to help show you what to do if you end up with a money piece that is just too bright and bold, and if you want to tone it down just a bit. Okay, and for my root smudge, I am using Pravana's Beige Express Tones. This is one of their demi-permanent colors. It deposits to a level 7, and I'm using 5 volume developer. My natural color is right around a 6, so ideally you just want to try to go one level lighter than what your natural is, and that's just going to marry it all together really nicely. And this is pretty straightforward. We're going to section out the front money piece, this pieces that we highlighted, and then we're going to apply this color to the root only. And this is going to soften the transition between my natural color and the blonde highlight. So it's going to make it grow in a lot more seamlessly, and it's also just going to overall marry it all together. And this will also soften any minimal bleed marks. If you accidentally got a little bit of a bleed mark, this should take care of it. Okay, then I comb the color down just a little bit and I'm processing for 10 minutes. Then we are going to wet the hair and pull the color down just a little bit more. Now this is only going to process for 5 minutes, so it is not going to get as dark as the previous color because Demi is a progressive color and the longer it's on, the darker it gets. So this is really just going to blend and make sure we don't have any lines from where that root smudge is, and it'll marry into the ends of the blonde, and then we don't have to use a toner all over the blonde at all. Essentially, this is the toner. Okay, and here is our before for reference, just so you can remember what we started with. And here's our finished result straight. Now I will show it curled, but I really wanted you to see it straight so you can see exactly how well those highlights blend and that the money piece does in fact stand out against my already blonde hair, yet it still blends in to my natural color without looking too harsh or chunky.
All right, guys, let me know in the comments if you have any other questions on money pieces or face framing highlights, and make sure you subscribe if you want to make every day a good hair day.